I'm Trish with today's QOTD question of the day. Record your answer to join us on the show. And now let's get rocking and rolling. What was your most memorable concert or music festival? This week we are gearing up for Lollapalooza, and we're kicking things off with magical musical memories. So let's bring in our first featured fan to the stage, introducing Andre.
So I had the chance to see Anita Baker in concert at the MGM Grand National. And let me tell you, sitting in the box, phenomenal. The food before the concert, absolutely amazing. And look, let me tell you, she is a performer and she had it going on. Yes.
Sweet love. You guys know that song, right? Anyway, I want to know about the box. I want to know about the food. I want to know about how things go down at the MGM Grand when you have a superstar. It's a great answer.
I think that this just goes to show you that no music of any quality was made after 1988. All of her hits were 1986-ish, you know, and then that was it.
I'm sure she has great music. I just honestly, I don't think I've heard a song from her.
Giving you the best that I got. Ooh.
Now that you sing it like that.
Well, JJ, did you have any fan favorites?
So I found a really awesome answer from Kenda, and she's actually talking about our first music festival. Let's see what she has to say.
My most memorable concert experience was when my best friend and I went to London to EDC, and we stood for 12 hours straight and only sat for about maybe 20 to 30 minutes just to eat, and it was incredible. And we saw Avicii live right before he died.
That is such a cool concert experience. For those who don't know, Avicii is a very famous DJ. If you heard the song Levels, which I will not be singing right now, he did that one.
I've actually never been to a music festival, so I'm kind of behind the times on this.
Just what are you talking about? We went to Woodstock together. Don't you remember? You know, the mud, stones.
The memories are hazy.
Well, Keith, did you find an answer that you really liked?
I did. It is from Tracy M, and the M in this case stands for magic.
My most memorable concert experience was seeing Michael Jackson at Madison Square Garden. It was pretty amazing and just what you would expect from a legend like him.
It is hard to describe how big Michael Jackson was. I remember going I was in the South Pacific. I was on a big surf tour, and I was cutting my way through the jungle with a machete, and I get to some remote village, and these guys are like, "Oh, you're from America. Do you know Michael Jackson?"
So there's some performance videos that come up on my feed, and just I see he's an amazing performer. He was he's very charismatic. He did the moonwalk. I was like, whoa, it's wild.
The first time that I skipped school in Phoenix, Arizona, was to watch the premiere of the Thriller video that came out on MTV. Yeah, we left school early to go watch, my one friend that had cable TV to watch the premiere on MTV.
Yeah, I don't want to talk bad on any post-90s performers, but I gotta say, when you watch Michael Jackson, I can understand where you're coming from, Keith. It's we will never top this again.
Yeah.
Well, Reed, do you have a favorite out there who possibly tops Michael Jackson?
I don't know about topping Michael Jackson, but I do have an answer from Mackie that I think is rather good. So let's take a look.
My most memorable concert would have to be Usher in my hometown, Las Vegas. It was my very first time attending a concert, and the tickets were comped by my sister as a gift, so it was great.
I mean, the best concert is a free concert. Absolutely. I've seen some videos of Usher concerts, and he gets a little frisky, a little wild. So I think it'd definitely be fun to be part of, especially in Vegas.
But I feel like Usher has some classic songs. I'm once again not singing the song, but
come on, JJ.
I get self-conscious.
Maybe tonight.
Yeah.
God's falling in love again.
All right.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's classic.
Maybe I'll give this Usher person a chance.
Well, obviously we have some really great answers. I've noticed there's been a little bit of a divide between our sets of answers. Some pre-1988 and post the 2010s. Fans, if you have your own answers, you can still record using the links in the description. Just make sure to do so before our Thursday Big Show Championship. But I think it's time for us to discuss our own concerts. I'm excited to hear them. So Keith, what was your most memorable?
Well, for me, I went to concerts all the time. It was every Thursday or Friday night or sometimes both. We all crowded into a place called the Stone Pony out in Asbury Park because there was a rumor that Springsteen was going to show up. And Springsteen, you may recall him, Bruce Springsteen. He was kind of a big guy. One of his like cronies showed up instead. This guy, Gary U.S. Bonds, who was like a much older guy, like a 50s singer that Springsteen was one of his idols. And it just blew everybody away. It was like amazing, like old music that I had never been introduced to. And at the end of the show, you could see Springsteen kind of like hanging out on the side, but he was like, I'm not going to come out and overshadow.
My most memorable concert, it was not the best concert I ever saw, but my most memorable was, 2008, 2009, Jonas Brothers, State Fair, New York State Fair, because that was when I realized I'm so old. I was the driver, obviously, for younger people, and it was just horrifying for me, and it just definitely made me recognize where I'm at in life.
So you went to Joe Bros with your girls?
I went to Joe Bros, yeah.
Did you guys go to concerts with your parents?
I had my parents pick me up from a concert. Similar experience to you, Trish. It was the One Direction concert in 2014. Big stadium, 50,000 screaming girls, fireworks shooting off, and my parents were like, this is we didn't realize it was like that. Like, oh my gosh.
I'm actually going to be the second person on this call to talk about the Jonas Brothers, because my concert experience was also the Jonas Brothers. But I wasn't the one driving. I was the one who went with Reed, actually, with our little group of friends to go and like get a hotel room. We were like in the stadium with all these other like teenage girls, and we were like, yeah.
They just reunited too, so it was a big deal.
Oh, the reunion tour. Nice.
I mean, such a breakthrough band. I mean, they changed music forever. No wonder you guys.
Well, record your own answer using the links below. Make sure to subscribe, follow, or register to get new questions and announcements right into your daily feed.
Yes. Thank you, everyone who's watched, voted, and recorded so far this week. Remember, the top voted answers make it on the air for our Thursday Big Show.
And if you love today's QOTD questions, you can send us a little love by liking, sharing, commenting, or even clicking thanks on YouTube. We'll give you a shout out on the air.
We are QOTD and be on the air, and we'll see you on TV.